What's good, everybody? This is Sensei Dion from Smo's Micro Arts, and I'm just alive and awake right now. I'm just having a great night, just kind of reminiscing about some shit. And as you guys know, I've got my own martial arts self-defense system. It's called Smo's Micro Arts. It's been in effect about 6 months now, and you know, I kind of do videos on that, or whatever, but I have a separate section on my channel where I do some MMA talk. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Freddie, whatever. Freddie didn't like the UFC, or whatever, mixed martial arts. I'm the opposite. Like I like the sport of combat sport. For what it is. I like the UFC. I like Bellator, or whatever. And I think you gotta have a special kind of heart and balls to go in and compete for that sport. You're not getting paid millions or whatever, but you're going in or whatever. You're taking your balls out of your sack. So that's one of the things me and Freddie disagreed on. But that's neither here nor there. But this video is gonna be some talk on the Anthony Pettis and Nate Diaz fight. Guys, I put Nate Diaz in my top 5 of all-time fighters who are on the roster right now. Nate Diaz is in my top 5. I'm not going to give you the 5 right now, but he's in my top 5. Guys, Nate Diaz has been out of the octagon 2016, since the Conor McGregor fight. And I think Nate Diaz is going to mop the floor with Anthony Pettis. Now, you got Anthony Pettis out here talking shit or whatever, saying, oh, it's personal. I can't wait to get my hands on Nate Diaz. It's like, wait, Anthony Pettis, do you know the monster you're dealing with? You're dealing with a different kind of specimen in Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is no joke. You know what I mean? Anthony Pettis, like, no offense, but like you're a black belt in Taekwondo, which means zero. Anybody has a black belt in Taekwondo, I just say, ah! That means zilch. And I'm a martial artist, but Taekwondo, I don't have patience for, because I think Taekwondo is pure 0% bullshit. Sorry, Joe Rogan. Nate Diaz is one of the best pound for pound boxers. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. You Anthony Pettis, you claim you practice and you practice jiu-jitsu. No. You're full of shit. Like, Nate Diaz is the real deal. Nate Diaz is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's a pound for pound boxer. He's one of the best in karate or whatever. Well, he's been out of the ring since that Conor. It don't matter. I've seen Nate Diaz train. He trains with the Rickson Gracies. I've seen Nate Diaz, and I've talked to Nate Diaz myself. I've seen Nate Diaz swim across the San Francisco Bay Bridge all the way back in about 30 minutes. That's fucking impressive. You're not going to win, Anthony Pettis. You're not going to win. The only way you'll win this fight is if the shit is rigged, which doesn't surprise me, but I don't think it's going to be rigged. I think Nate Diaz is going to beat you fair and square. And Nate Diaz is a different type of monster. Nate Diaz is top 5 in my mixed martial arts, and he's going to win the fight. So, Anthony Pettis, you could take your Taekwondo or whatever and, go take a hike, Just like Joe Rogan. People think Joe Rogan's a badass because he's doing these fancy kicks online. It's like, Taekwondo, you'll never use... You'll have one kick You'll have one shot to do a taekwondo kick in a street fight or any kind of fight, and after that, it's a wrap. You'll never have a chance to get another kick again if it's a real fight. So, Anthony Pettis, I think you're delusional. You're trying to hype up the fight or whatever, but Nate Diaz has got this. And you're fighting a different kind of monster in Nate Diaz, and Nate Diaz is going to win this fight. If he does not win this fight, it's rigged. It's rigged. And I'll bet money on the fight at Vegas, whatever, the casino, whatever. If I lose, I'll say, the fight was rigged, Because there's no way in hell Anthony Pettis is going to beat Nate Diaz. There's no way a black belt in fraud taekwondo is going to beat Nate Diaz. There's no, People like to laugh at Nate Diaz and his physique, whatever. It's like Nate Diaz is a different kind of beast. Nate Diaz is top 5 right now, I'm going to give my top 5 fighters on another episode, but, Anthony Pettis, I know you got the confidence you're going to win. You want to win a fight, you're not going to win. Nate Diaz is going to win this fight. So, that's my prediction, guys. MMA Talk. Smoes Monaco Nards. Ah!